know I said that I would be on for Heyyy After Dark after I finish watching Peak after I finish watching hold on. I told you I'd be on after I finished watching The Traitors. And I just finished watching the first episode. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. It is a lot going on. It is so much. So, my goodness. I wanted to start with Natalia Grace tonight and then finish with the Traitors, but I just finished the Traitors, so I must talk about it. Baby, let me get my notes that I wrote. So, if you don't want no spoilers for the first episode, then you will want to change from this right now if you have not watched. I have not watched the second or third episode yet. I'm only here to express my excitement about the first episode, give my thoughts on Natalia, and then I'm going back to the last two episodes. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, but yes, I am going to watch them before I go to sleep. It's my night off. I don't have to work tomorrow. So here I am. So let's just do this. The Traitors for this season, starting off right now, is amazing. The ones that he picked. Alan, you are superb. So, again, y'all, if y'all don't want no spoilers, go away. I'm about to reveal who the Traitors are right now. If you haven't watched yet. Here we go. The first person that he picked was Danielle Reyes. Black Danielle. Yes. She wanted this so bad. This is what she came for. This is what she came to do. Now, everyone would expect and suspect that she's a traitor. She would want to go after Brittany. We know how Brittany did her on Big Brother. So, will she be able to keep herself together to not go after Brittany? Could she even use Brittany as an ally? Here's my thing. If she was able to get the other two people who are the traitors, are, besides Danielle Reyes, he secondly picks Carolyn from, I think, Survivor. I don't watch Survivor, but I believe that's where she is from. And then he picked Bob the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay? Oh my goodness. So, here's how it goes. Here's my thought that I was just about to make. If Danielle thought anything to do with this, right? She could try to get in Brittany. No one would suspect that. If everyone knows that Brittany and Danielle have their history together, they may not think that she would do that. So I believe that that is a good save for her if they were to choose. Because it's better to have your enemy as your ally in a game like the Traitors. This is the Traitors. All right? So now let's get into some of the things that happened on the first episode, y'all. This is only the first episode, so I have not seen second and third yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow on Heyyy. So those who make it, so here's the twist. There's a new twist that Alan revealed, okay? The new twist goes as follows. Those who make it to the final will no longer have to reveal if they are a traitor or not. Everyone who is left will have to solely go on their instincts on whether or not they are still amongst traitors or not. Okay. 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 Now, it's important to tell this before we get to the end that at the very beginning, before Alan even selected or even blindfolded them down in the dungeon or wherever you want to call that place, by who is that from Survivor? What's his name? Rob, something Rob, whatever his name is. He came amongst them and stood right next to Alan. Alan said, "If y'all wish for Rob to join you in this game, come and shake my hand. And if you shake my hand and you have him join this game, you could turn around and exile somebody right now from the game." That was how it went. Nobody decided to shake Alan's hand. Therefore Rob did not join the game, all right? They wanted to, but no one wanted to be the one to do it. So therefore he did not join. So then the game continues, the traitors are picked, and then it goes from there. So after everyone is picked, everyone takes off the blindfold. Sandoval is the first one to be having the snake eyes, rabbit eyes, beady eyes, mice eyes, whatever you want to call them, looking around trying to figure out who's the traitor. Now, I love me some Sandoval, y'all, so don't play with me about him. I'm sorry, but not sorry. So he's looking at everyone trying to figure it out, and a few people notice that he's looking real hard. And one of the first persons that realizes that he's looking really hard at them is Bob the drag queen. I'm gonna be shortening it up and just calling him Bob Queen, okay? So y'all know who I'm talking about. Bob the drag queen is Bob Queen because there's another Bob on there. Bob the trainer from The Biggest Loser. I think that's what that show he was on. Not The Biggest Loser. Yeah, The Biggest Loser. I think that was it. Yes. So he is on this episode, this season 2. So there's 2 Bobs. So Bob Trainer from Biggest Loser is what I will call that Bob. And Bob Queen is what I'm going to call Bob the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. So that we got that settled and together. All right. So the first things first is Sandoval is throwing out Chriselle's name. All right. Now Chriselle, here's the twist. He's going around telling everyone that girl Chriselle, I felt her jitter. I heard her gas. All of this stuff, right? Turns out, real quick, oh, we find out Chriselle is friends with Ariana, Sandoval's ex, that we know. Hi, Justin Rodriguez. How you doing, darling? Hey, boo, hey. Yes, so right then and there is a mutual thing right there. Right, there's 6 degrees of separation, if you want to call it. And thank you for the like, whoever gave me that like. And so now, so now all of a sudden, Sandoval wants to automatically say that Chriselle is a traitor. And Chriselle comes out right then and calls it, yo, you want to call me out because I'm friends with your ex-girlfriend. Oh no, we're not going to play that game. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic between the two that this goes on. That's going to be fun. And so now that goes to show why she said, "Oh, I'm not talking to him." I thought it was the housewives who were amongst themselves saying that they weren't going to talk to Sandoval when they seen him pull up. No, it was Chriselle, and it makes sense now. Chriselle and Ariana are friends. What? Wow. Okay. So that's a fun fact for this season right there. Next that went on is, yeah, so he was throwing her name under the bus. Who else? Bob the drag queen and the black dude from Survivor, They don't think Carolyn is a traitor. And nobody thinks Carolyn is a traitor. I already know I'm going to enjoy Carolyn. I have not watched Survivor, but I already like her energy and her wits and how she is. I already enjoy Carolyn. Her it's just the way she talking, her looks that she got. She looks like she a good time. She really do. And she don't even need no liquor. She don't need no party favors. Like, Carolyn is a good time on her own. So another thing that happened next was Scandival does trust Danielle. So he doesn't trust Chriselle, but he trusts Danielle Rez, Black Danielle, who is a traitor. So then that's when we learn that Chriselle is friends with Ariana. So those are amongst the people who think who is a traitor. Then it goes on to the first challenge. And the first challenge is they got to row a boat to a certain spot, and they have to, the first destination. At that destination, they have to let two people off. At each destination, two people have to be let off, and they are to be sacrificed for murder if they don't finish the challenge in its entirety. And the point of the challenge is they have 4 checkpoints that they have to get all of the money. All right? So that's important to know. So the first 2 people that decided to get off were the housewives. It was 2 housewives, Robin and what's her name? God, I can't pronounce her name right. I don't watch that season in Dubai, so I always forget how her name is pronounced. But the 2 housewives got off. Robin and Ion. Is that Ion, right? Did I get it right? I think I did. Justin Rodriguez. Yeah, I got all the snackies. Don't you see this big girl? I stay with the snacks. What you want? I'm making a banana pudding tomorrow. Anyways, and then 2 more housewives got off, which was Dorinda and Dolores. They both got off. So now all women have gotten off so far. So when they get to the next checkpoint, Bob, the drag queen, is like, yo, why are all women getting off? Why are no men getting off? So then that's when the men are like, they all looking around, and no men budged. No men wanted to get off. None of the men did. So then Bob the drag queen got off, and then Danielle Reyes got off. She took one for the team, but she didn't really take one because, remember, Danielle is a traitor. So have that. So now you have Bob and Danielle who both got off on the same dock, right? They're both traitors, and they're both talking to each other like they ain't a traitor. And they both believe each other, which was so funny. So, player after player gets sacrificed. Now, at this point, Scandival is barely hanging on. He's rowing and rowing and rowing, and his arms are starting to hurt and everything. At first, they couldn't even get the whole rowboat to even start. They were at a standstill until Bob Queen decided to get up and say, yo, we got to do the heave ho, heave ho, heave ho thing. And y'all, I didn't even know that's why they said that. I didn't know shit. Like, how am I supposed to know? So after that, all of the checkpoints, right, except that last one. So they all decided at the last minute, no, we're not going to do this last checkpoint. We about to get off and go back. So as they're going back, all of those who did get off that sacrificed themselves are chilling, and they just there. And then they realize everybody is coming back, and they didn't even get all of the money. All of the money. So that means that everyone that got off is sacrificed to be murdered at the end of the night. So when everybody gets back to the dock. They light the thing and everybody celebrates. While everybody who was left to sacrifice are out in the water watching them. All right. So everyone goes back to the mansion while everyone else is still on the dock. Everyone that's still sacrificed is still out being sacrificed. Everyone that was on the boat got to go back and get warm, do whatever they wanted to do, and eat and be merry. And that's what they did without a care in the world. So once they were all nice and good and full, finishing up their food and all of that good stuff, here comes all of the ones that were sacrificed. And they are bone pissed mad. They pissed, they know what happened, and they all realize now that they have been sacrificed, and now they all realize also, oh, we put ourselves as targets to be murdered. So once they realize that, they like, oh, okay, I see how we gonna do this. So when they get back to the house, they're mad, and everybody realizes it really quickly. They was not holding nobody up. So Bob the drag queen was the first one to be like, yo, what happened? How y'all gonna play us like this? And he played it real good because he's a traitor. And Danielle, she played it real good. Everybody played it real good. Alan did really good selecting the traitors this season, okay? You can look and see how many subscribers. And you can leave or I can remove you myself because I know you trolling, but I don't give a fuck. Because obviously you up at 2:30 in the morning bored and ain't got nothing else to do with your life, but you here fucking with me. So who's really the fuck up here? Anywho, look for yourself and see if you can count. Anywho, so while I deal with that dude, let me just block you now. Oh, bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, sometimes you ask and they leave, but sometimes they stay. But Justin, thank you for doing all that in the comment because that helped my algorithm. I don't know why they don't understand that. And I really am making some banana pudding tomorrow. I wasn't joking. See, I can be cool, but you wanted to be a bitch. So it is what it is. You want to come back and say hello, we can start again because I am a really cool bitch. Because I can cuss you out, you can cuss me out, and we can get on the same page and we can be cool. We can agree to disagree, or we can be lethal and fuck up with other people together. But honey, you on here bored just like I am. Just remember that. Just remember that. Just remember that, honey. You here on my shit. So anyway, after all the checkpoints and they came back, everybody's pissed. Danielle played the best acting. When she came in and she was like, look, I just need a minute. Don't nobody talk to me. Don't nobody fuck with me. Give me a minute. Let me do my thing on my own. When Sandoval came in after her, now remember, Sandoval thinks Chriselle is. But of course, he don't think Chriselle is because he just mad that Chriselle is Ariana's friend. So, anyway, so now he's cool with Danielle. But I like that he's cool with Danielle. And like I said, I like Sandoval. So, I hope that she recruits him. I hope she recruits Sandoval, actually. Look, I just want everybody to be recruited. But, as some are banished from the mansion, if there are any, they can recruit and make more. That's how it goes. I hope that's how they still get to do in this season. Because obviously there's some twists already. So we don't know when we get to that point if that's what's going to happen. So anywho, after that... and everything is settled, it is what it is. Who's ever mad is mad. Whoever ain't. And it is what it is. Now, the traitors get to meet each other. And this was the funnest part because they let Danielle and Bob Queen meet each other first. Now, remember, I told y'all when two people at a time had to get off at a checkpoint, Bob and Danielle got off at the checkpoint together. And when they were at that checkpoint together at the dock, I guess it's a checkpoint. I'm still in the challenge mode, y'all. The challenge was so good. Shout out to Jordan. He won for the guys. And shout out to Jen and Rachel. It was a tie between the girls. I forgot to even talk about that on Hey Boo Hey this morning. Anyways, so shout out to the challengers, but I cannot wait for the challenge All Stars rivals to start. Baby, that's the one. That's the one. Okay? So anywho, after all of that was said and done, like I said, when Bob and Danielle met each other, they was stunned. Look, they was both stunned. The niggas was too stunned to speak. It was so funny how they just looked at each other, was like, yo, really? We sat up there and talked to each other on that dock the way we did, and we both traitors the whole time. It was a beautiful reality TV harmony, honey. Baby. So then after they had their whole entire moment, here come Carolyn crazy ass, and I love her. So here she come, and they was stunned when they realized it was her. No one is going to suspect Carolyn at all through this entire thing. But she gotta stay cool, Smitty. She gotta stay cool. Cause she looked like she has the potential to bust herself out. But I don't think so. They're just gonna be like, that's just her. She's just Carolyn. I don't know how she was on Survivor or wherever it is that she came from. But if this was her, they ain't gonna suspect nothing, and she gonna be a good time. And I cannot wait to see her play this game. And I hope she make it to the end because I need them all to be fooled that Carolyn is a freaking traitor. But then again, she seems like the type like you don't seem like a traitor, so you might be a traitor. But that's just the name of the game. That's just the name of the game. However it goes, everyone is paranoid and suspicious at this point. And so that was a good episode. So I need to get back into it. But however, before I go, because like I said, I was going to talk about the second half of Natalia Grace and how that ended and how I feel that there needs to be more. Because I need to know what else happens to this bitch. What else happens to this bitch? I need to know what happens between her and Neil, her boo, in the UK. I need to know what happens between her and the DePauls. I need to know if the Manses are gonna give her money. Bitch better have my money. For real, for real. But Natalia, so I had some notes on her because y'all know I forget because I smoke too much. But anywho, for Natalia, so yeah, so the DePauls, first of all, after they had ran down all of the families she'd been through, I totally forgot about the second family that she was with, which were the ones who changed her age in the first place. I totally forgot about who they were. I thought it was the Chaconies the whole time. I don't know when it blurred over for a bitch, but y'all know how that shit go. But so 2009, the DePauls tried to adopt her at the beginning, and it fell through. It was a battle between the DePauls and the Manses, and some way somehow the Manses ended up with her. So now I'm trying to figure out, is that on purpose that happened, Or is this just coincidence? Because the Manses know how to do some things. They some frauds and they some criminals in their own right. And they got the nerve to be a pastor and a first lady. Although, let's understand, it is their own church. And there's only like 10 members, which is of their family. So, that's to say here or there. And he's a self-proclaimed pastor. I don't even think he even went and studied and all that. Because don't you got to go study and do all these types of things and get ordained or all whatever that is to become one? I thought so. Yeah. Okay. So, that's how that goes. She was definitely brainwashed by the Manses. That's what I conclude at the end of this. She was definitely brainwashed. Um, However, I've never been brainwashed before, but I still don't understand what brainwashing got to do with still you lawfully giving them your money. But I guess if you brainwash to feel that you're supposed to and you're better off, I guess that's the case. But at the end of all of that, she stopped giving them her money. Thank goodness. And so now I just wonder, how are the Manses supporting their life? Because they used their adopted kids' money and the money that the government gave them in order to live and survive and provide for themselves and pay their bills and do whatever that they wanted to do and have whatever they wanted to have. Especially Natalia's money. They used all of Natalia's money to get a down payment on that trailer that they got, or the house, whatever they had moved into. And then they wanted Natalia to sign some shit talking about if anything was to fall through, they don't owe her nothing and she has no rights to this house and all of this other stuff. I guess that's what brainwashing is, because at that point, how could you even think to fathom to give these people your money if this is how this is being done, Natalia? I don't understand that, sweetie. But anyway, so the whole story with the neighbor's son, that kicked the bucket for me. So when the first episode ended, it ended on the video. Remember, there was a video that the DePauls had watched, and they asked Natalia if she wanted to see it. And she refused to see it. She wanted nothing to do with it. She had no kickings for it whatsoever. So she wanted to know what was on it. She didn't want to watch it, but she scolded the DePauls, the mother, what's her name? I'll get to it. I wrote it down somewhere. But she scolded her on asking her what's on the tape. And she wasn't saying anything at first. But when she finally told her, she denied it right then and there. Right then and there, she denied it. And so then I figured, okay, maybe she really is brainwashed, because how can you just sit there and boldface deny all of this, right? There is a documentary going on. The DePauls have multiple cameras in their house. They see everything and hear everything. All of the conversations that you have that are in your room, you're having out in the open. I mean, Natalia would just be one way talking about talking about the Manses. But when the camera's rolling, she doesn't want to say anything bad about them. And that is some serious brainwashing. Like, what do they really got on her is what everyone was thinking about. Justin, why are you back? Like, for real. What is going on? Okay. What does that matter to me? Why are you trolling, leave, and then come back? Like, what do you want? This is becoming toxic, okay, Justin? I don't think this is good for me and you. We shouldn't be doing this. This isn't a good thing for neither of us. We need to part ways, honey. Anyways, this is crazy. My goodness. All of my regulars gonna wake up and be like, why is she on this late? And who is Justin fucking with her? Why is we not here to save her? That is what is going to happen. This is why I do not come in this late without my moderators here. Because I do not have time for this. But you caught me on a whim. Lucky you, Justin. Where was I at? Back to the child. That's where I wouldn't segue from. The kid that I only got 10% left on my phone, y'all. So this gonna be a little bit quicker than I expected. All right, so the little boy that was the neighbor's kid, and the Manses were babysitting him. He little as he is, but he said clear as day, like he know his ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Yo, when they babysat me, I ain't like it. I would just stand in the corner and cry because I ain't know what else to do. I ain't want to be there. They would get the belt on Natalia and all the other kids that was there that they were babysitting and that they fostered and adopted. I don't think they fostered any. I think they were all adopted. And then not only that, they say that he said that he's witnessed the father slapping the mess out of Natalia. No, it might have been the mother, Cynthia. It might have been Cynthia. It might have been Antoine. But definitely, that child's father, who says that he was actually really cool and close with Natalia, and like a little sister, said that he went down to the basement one day and he straight up just seen the daddy just hurting her. AB using her, okay? AB using her, which is really messed up. Y'all know Natalia, she needs the surgery already. And that's another thing. They taking this money from this woman. Can't even call her a girl. Gotta get over that. This is the woman. They taking money from this woman. And she needs surgery for her back. And all of these things. And they gonna tell her, oh, she'll be okay. God gonna take care of her. God gonna make sure she okay. God gonna make sure that she is healthy and she's not gonna be paralyzed. She could be paralyzed either way. But wouldn't you rather do something that could also help you? The odds are you could be paralyzed or not if you don't get the surgery. The odds are you could be healthier or still paralyzed if you don't get the surgery. Now the DePauls, she got the surgery and she's fine, and she was on the verge of being paralyzed, but she got the surgery. And so Natalia, seeing that, she finally realized she wanted the surgery. And being with Neil, I think Neil really did it. If she would have never got with that boyfriend Neil, I don't think she would have left the Manses. Because there is a point that the Manses were, I don't know what they said to her to make her say, okay, I'll come back. She told the DePauls, look, I'm not happy here. I'm going to go back to my mom and dad. Straight up like that. Just straight up like that. And they couldn't realize, like, why would you want to do that? Why? So then, fast forward, she's in her bedroom talking to Neil, her boyfriend in the UK. He blurred his face out, so we don't know what he looks like. I want to see what he looked like so bad, though. Anywho, blurred his face out, and she's talking to him. And during that time she's talking to him, Mother DePaul, God darn it, what is her name? I'm just calling her DePaul. Where is it? DePaul. Hi, the lawyer. I know I wrote it after we said the Manses. Nicole, there we go. Vincent Nicole. Vincent Nicole. Vincent Nicole DePaul. All right. So Nicole had went and wanted to go talk to Natalia. And when she got to her room, she could hear Natalia and she could hear Neil. And Neil was like yelling at her like, he ain't calling her a bitch, but basically like, bitch, is you crazy for wanting to go back to them? Have you realized or remember everything that you've gone through? You left them. You fled from them. You had Nicole and Mackenzie, her daughter, come pick you up from these people's church so you could leave. You left the house of God to get away from these people. Do you see how bad that is? You left the house of God to leave these people. And you want to willy-nilly just go back to them? Girl, come on, honey. What we not gonna do? And that's what Neil was saying. Like, what we not gonna do is you not about to go back to them. He probably threatened, like, if you go back to them, I'm done with you. Who knows? But she stayed after that conversation. She came back out. Oh, I'm gonna stay now. Now you want to stay. Yeah. Your man was about to leave your ass. Now you like, I'm gonna stay. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't gonna leave my man. I ain't gonna leave my man. I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him. So she stayed. But had it not been for Neil, she would have went back to the Manses. And who knows where she would have been by now. So at that point, Nicole realizes, like, look, since you saying we need to get some things in motion to where it can't even get to the point where they can even try to take over for you or do any of this anymore. So she hired her a lawyer to get her money back. Yes. Yes, she did. She hired her, what did she hire her? An immigration lawyer or whatever, so she could get her passport so she can fly off to go see her man, to go see Neil. Because you know she been wanting to see him. And yeah, she been wanting to see him bad because there was also a part in part 2 where Nicole was telling the people that there was a couple of times or once upon a time that late of the night time that she could go out to the room where she didn't even have to go to the room. She could hear Natalia in the room next door, loud. And she could hear Neil in the room next door, loud. But they FaceTiming. But they doing some thankful things FaceTiming. They having a good time FaceTiming, if you know what I'm saying. And Natalia's a loud one, obviously. So it was kind of disturbing for the whole entire household because they all could hear her. And that's kind of alarming. And you definitely don't want the visual either of that either, which is a whole nother thing. Maybe it's a good thing we don't know what Neil looked like, because then we could all have that visual at some point. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm not proud, but that's where my mind, when the gutter would just go. Sometimes you just look at people and be like, I wonder what that's like. Me. Okay, not you. Me. I'm talking about me. This is me. I'm talking about me, y'all. I'm talking about me. All right? Me. So anyway, so Beth Cara, she was the reporter or commentator who talked throughout the documentary. She has been eat, sleep, and breathing this whole entire Natalia Grace situation since it made headlines. This has been her baby. And so I always used to watch her when she had her show. So that was dope to see her doing this. So yes, the Mansons are definitely were blackmailing her and all of that stuff. Oh, Nicole was overwhelmed with Natalia calling Neil's name out loud and all of that type of stuff. And she had to tell Natalia 3 times to be quiet. Like, can you just lower it down? Like, we know what you're doing, but can you just lower it down a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And so she probably thought she was probably doing this in other households, and this is probably why they didn't want her around no more. Cause maybe Natalia got a little. Is SCX addiction even a real thing? Is that even real? Honestly, is it a real thing? Can we be real? Is it real? I don't think it's real. Look, let me stop. I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. Let me stop. That was wrong. A disease is a disease is a disease is a disease. Um, yeah. So that was that for that. The Manses. Yeah, they bought the Tennessee and the trailer in Tennessee with her money. So it was in fact a trailer. Um, Nicole got into it with the Manses multiple times, and she read Cynthia for filth, and I love that. I love Nicole DePaul. Like, she is a blessing. She is like an angel on earth. If Natalia didn't have her, Natalia would be screwed up for real. Um, but it was Cynthia for me when she was saying that Natalia didn't need the surgery and her God is a miracle God, and he got her and she rebukes her in the name of Jesus and all of this stuff. Like, girl, really? Really? It was just too much for me. Like, you can take all of that fake holy shit on somewhere. Um and the man's just stuck Natalia with the tax because of the money that she had got. She had to pay taxes on that money that the Manses took and bought that trailer with in Tennessee. Yeah, they did not help her with the tax on that. They stuck her with that bill. And that's when she realized that she needed to do something. It took that to make her realize, oh, y'all ain't gonna help me. I already ain't got nothing as it is. And now I gotta do this and y'all ain't even gonna help me? When y'all took all of my money and I was still giving it to you even while I've been living with them? That's when she realized, finally, that they who they were. And this whole time she was thinking, oh, they're not gonna do me like that. Oh, they're gonna help me out. When have they ever helped you out, girl? Whenever have they helped you out? That's why I don't really get brainwashing. And forgive me that I don't, but it outside looking in, I'm just saying, it's wild to see that that is brainwashing. That's all I'm saying. So when it was all said and done, Nicole helped her get the lawyers, one for to get her money back, two to get her passport and all of that. And so once she did that, getting the passport and got that lawyer involved, it got FBI involved, it got Homeland Security involved and all of that. And that ended up making them switch her back to her natural birth, which when she was really born, which was 2003, which at that point when this was made, she was now 21 years old. She was about to be 21 years old. So, girl was legal. So, she ready. So, watch out now. Watch out now. Watch all the way out. So at the end of this all, it turns out that Natalia is not the monster. And she has just been dealt a crazy, messed up life with a lot of messed up people coming in her life trying to take advantage of her. And by her being who she is, handling things the way she is, and nobody's perfect, of course. But I'm happy for her. I hope her and Neil work out. If not forever, at least I hope for a long time for her to realize that yes, I can have a regular life. I can find love. I can be happy. I can live a life that I want to live. And I hope that she finally lives that motherfucker for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So that, so yeah, that's pretty much how that ended, and I'm kind of upset because I need to continue to. I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to know what happens between her and Neil. I need to know what's gonna happen with the Manses and how they gonna give her the money back and how much they gonna have to give her back and how they gonna end up doing it. I need to know how everything is going on with her and the DePauls. Because here's my thing. When she was with the Manses, they made her get rid of her social media and all of that. Remember, Natalia just vanished off of social media? That was why. The Manses took away her social media. And I think they were holding, and because they took her phone, and that's what they were holding over her head and blackmailing her with. They had photos and text messages of all of that, of things going on between her and Neil. I don't know what's going on there to where they feel what they gonna leak it, make embarrass her. I don't know, but that is just sick to have family members, your parents, your adoptive parents, blackmail you and try to extort you like that. That's just beyond crazy. That's just beyond crazy. So that does it for Natalia, and that does it for the first episode of season 3, episode 1 of The Traitors. I'm about to go watch the other 2 episodes. So, oh my goodness, I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be asleep till like 3 in the afternoon. Because, yeah, I'm about to try to actually stay up and watch. Nah, I'm getting tired. I'm lying. Just saying that made me tired. I'm going to watch one more for sure. And then I'll see how I feel and see if I can get to the second one. If not, I'm going to definitely watch the third one. If not, I'm going to definitely watch all of them before I come back for Hey Boo Hey. And I can't even tell y'all when that's going to be. Because we take it down the Christmas tree tomorrow. And we don't mess up our blinds so bad. So we got to get new blinds. Y'all know I'm one of those people who talk a lot of shit about people who got messed up blinds, who look like they cat just been busting all into them and stuff that look just horrible and just ghettofied. Yeah, those are the ones. That's how my blinds look right now. I don't know what happened. I didn't do it, that's for sure. I don't know what happened though. So my blinds look like, how did I describe it? My blinds look like they have Down syndrome and had a stroke. That's what they look like. It's the way that one side is, and it droops and it hangs off. It looks really bad. It just does. But other than that, just a couple of headlines before I get out of here. Incarcerated firefighters have been released to fight the fire, and they are being paid $10.42 an hour. As long as they are doing the labor, they are being paid that money to fight the fire. You know what $10 do for commissary? Just like that? But not a day. I think an hour. They're not getting paid $10.42 a day. I think they are literally getting paid $10.42 an hour. Like real talk, to fight these fires. And as they should be. As they should be. So shout out to them. A suspect has been arrested for burning a bush, for being caught burning a bush. I don't know if he's part of anything else going on, but people is contributing to these fires. It's really crazy about the conspiracy that is starting to go on and the rumors that are starting to go on. The fact that State Farm had canceled lots and lots and lots of people's insurance a year prior, and now this is happening. And the mayor decided to defund the fire department and all of that stuff, and that's why there is lack of water. It's a lot of things that are happening here, and people are wondering, what's this about? But we'll keep up to date on that. Diddy's mom, Janice, we are learning that in this upcoming documentary that she may have contributed to his monsterness, because it sounds like she herself used to host these types of parties and things of that nature in his childhood home. He knows exactly how this has gone down because he's seen it. He's grown up to this. This is his MO. He's programmed to this. So no wonder he is the way that he is. No wonder he sees no wrong. Your own mother groomed you. That's sick. She didn't she didn't even know it. But or she did. I don't know. Because the way that they cut, like, I don't know why you need to tell everybody that your mama can reach to the ground flat and then you give her a kiss in front of everybody while y'all getting IVs. That's just weird. Anyway, the government is going to pay 100% of the cost to help the wildfires for 180 days with no nothing. Just take it, use it, do what you need to do. You better use it before Trump says anything, y'all. Y'all better do it, because who knows what Trump gonna do. Blaming Governor Newsom, that he blaming Governor Newsom for this. That's what Trump is doing. Um Other than that, the Slender Man girl. Y'all remember that whole thing about the girls, that whole Slender Man, and that little girl had stabbed her classmate 19 times in order to please a fictional character. And so she was deemed a nut, and they went and put her in the nut house. Well, now she asked to be released from the nut house, and they are letting her be released. Another one on the street. There you go. And dun 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 dun, the biggest thing that has been going on today in the Bravoverse, Karen Huger was a no-show at the reunion. What? I never even thought that one. It's right up her alley. I'm surprised none of us thought. Maybe some of us did, but I didn't. She didn't even show up to the reunion. She says that she checked herself into rehab. Now, what's rehab? We don't know. We know that the Bravos people are going to do their due diligence to find out everything. And by the time I wake up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to know everything, including what the rehab facility looks like and inside the very place that the very room that Karen is probably in. Because that's how we work around here on the internet, right? So that'll be interesting to find out. But the fact that she did not even come to the reunion, oh my God. And they're saying because of this, she is fired. 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 Is Karen Huger fired from Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all? What does Real Housewives of Potomac look like without Karen Huger? Without the Grandam? What does that look like? It's going to be a lot. Well, news, and more news is going to come out about this, we are sure. And I can't wait to find out one by one, what all of the girls of Potomac think about this. This is going to be so rich. So rich. I can't wait to get into all of that. I'm going to try to find everything that I can, and we will talk about it on Hey Boo Hey tomorrow at some point. But other than that, everyone who watches this on replay, thank you for watching this. Y'all are the real MVPs. And anyone else, if you are watching this and you are not subscribed, just subscribe. I'm your girl, Confessions of a Reality Queen, aka Confessions. I come on here for Hey Boo Hey in the mornings and Hey Boo Hey after dark, which you are watching right now. And I got a couple of other things that I do going on. So go ahead and check out my page and see what you like and see if you want to hang around for more. And I'll catch you cats and kittens on the other side of the game. Bye, y'all.